If you've ever dreamed of being able to print full color transfers and place them on pretty much any type of fabric within minutes, or you've been looking for that money-making machine that you can use from home, this is about to blow your mind. Hello everyone, my name is Danya if you're new here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the newest Procolored DTF printer. This is the P13. They were kind enough to send this over. We're going to be unboxing it, setting it up, we're going to work on some tote bags, and we'll go over some common DTF mistakes so that you can avoid them. And then at the end of the video, I'll be sharing how you can get your hands on the free DTF starter kit checklist that I made for you guys. Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss all the upcoming videos where I'll be working with this DTF printer, as well as so many other fun crafty videos. I do a lot of DIY and so many fun surprises that I can't share yet, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of them. And can we just take a moment to appreciate this beautiful design? Look at this beautiful wood grain sleek finish. And then this opens up and it's a glass top so that you can see, sorry for the loud noise, so that you can see the progress while it's printing. And I'll take you around in a couple minutes. I'll show you where the ink goes, the DTF film. We'll set it up together. I'll show you the side doors that they so conveniently added this time. So let's get right into it. The printer came in this big wooden box. It was very well packed. I was extremely impressed. Depending on the bundle you choose, once you click on the link, the oven might be in this box as well. If you don't choose that option, then you'll just get the printer and the supplies that you need for that. Keep in mind that the ink and the DTF powder ship separately. Yep, you can see the excitement on my face. I could hardly believe it. I was so excited to open it up and start creating with it. If you're wondering what DTF means, it stands for direct to film, which is basically a technique that allows you to print full color transfers with pretty much no fabric restrictions. This machine comes with so many upgrades compared to the ones before. The top window is a game changer. You can see the progress as it's printing. 50% quieter than ever before. The laser detection system is a game changer. If it ever detects an error with your film, it'll start beeping. Now, in the big wooden box, you're going to get the DTF film, which is basically what you're going to be printing your designs on. The film measures 13 inches wide, which basically means you can print designs for tote bags, t-shirts, sweatshirts. You have so many different options with this size. I'm so excited for you to see the end result. Now, when you're unpacking these items, make sure you're reading all the instructions. So for example, this arrow on the DTF film is very important, and you're going to see why in a couple minutes. This is the other box, and it has the rest of the supplies we're going to need to set up the machine. You won't be able to see it on the video, but this box also has the 2 USBs that you're going to need to install the RIP software on your laptop. And for the first time ever, the software is going to be compatible with Mac as well as Windows. So that's very exciting for all you Mac users. If this was ever stopping you in the past, you have no reason not to buy a DTF printer now. All right, now that we have everything laid out, let's go set up the printer. Before you turn on the machine, make sure you cut these 2 yellow tabs. Next, we're going to loosen up the screws in the front. We're not going to take them out completely. We're just going to loosen them up a little bit so that we can place the tray in there, and then you're going to make sure you tighten them back up. I just want to say I wasn't sure how this was going to go because I was setting everything up by myself, but it went so smoothly and I actually really enjoyed the process. Now, on the back of the printer, we're going to completely take out all 3 screws from both sides, and we're going to attach the 2 metal pieces that were in that box you saw earlier, and I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. And then each one goes on a specific side. So number 1 goes with 1 and number 2 goes with 2. They're both marked. There are video tutorials included in the USB I was telling you about, and they also have lots of very useful videos on their YouTube channel as well. So those were very helpful, and even though the process was very easy and straightforward, I still felt very proud of myself for getting it all done without my husband's help. So now we're going to put the rod in place, which is basically going to hold the DTF film. So what you see me doing here is I'm just tightening the screw just a little bit for it to hold in place until I get the film in there completely, and then I'm going to tighten both sides. Now remember the sticker I was telling you about, which had the arrow on the DTF film? It's basically showing you which direction the film has to go in. So it has to be matte side up, shiny side down, and the door on the side makes it very easy for you to access that film. And you can adjust the lever just to make sure it goes in all the way, and then you can put the lever back up where it belongs. Make sure you feed the film through all the way. And now it looks perfect, and we can close the side door and the top, and we can move on to filling up the ink. I don't know why, but I was so excited about this part. And as I mentioned earlier, the ink and DTF powder both shipped separately. I know this goes without saying, but when you fill up the ink, make sure you're matching each color to the correct bottle. So on the back, you're going to see they're marked K for black, M for magenta, and so on. This is the DTF powder, and it has the instructions on the outside for the heat, for the oven, as well as the heat press. And here I'm just filling in the ink one by one. I decided to wear gloves, but it's up to you. And yes, of course, they're pink. So in case this is all new to you and you're wondering what the DTF powder is, it's basically the adhesive that's going to help the design hold onto the fabric. So after we print it out, and you're going to see all these steps, after we print it out, we're going to add the adhesive to the back side of the design, so where you see the white, and then we're going to put it in the oven so that it can bake. Afterwards, we can take it over to our heat press and place it onto the tote bag or t-shirt or whatever fabric you decide to use. Okay, after pouring the ink, this was my second favorite part. You have to extract 3 to 5 millimeters from each ink bag from the front of the printer. And I don't know why, but this was so much fun. I could do this for hours. All right, so this is another example of why the top is so convenient. I opened it up, and then I also opened the side door to be able to access the ink from both sides. So I loved that feature. Now I'm just placing the lid back on, making sure everything goes back where it belongs. And then I'm going to close the side door because we don't need to keep that open anymore. Next, we're going to do the same thing to the waste tank in the back. So I extracted about 5 millimeters. And now I can finally unbox the oven. So the oven was very self-explanatory. All I needed to do was to plug it in. And as I mentioned earlier, the settings for the heat and time are all included on the outside of the DTF powder bag. Can we just pause for a moment and talk about how cute this panda looks? I don't mind if he wants to smile at me every day like that. After I unboxed everything and put everything together, I downloaded the software on my laptop. And I will say, if you ever need any help, their team online was so helpful. I had so many questions when I was downloading the software. Oh yes, that's a cute little tool that comes with it so that you can pick up the transfer when it's hot. But they were able to answer me right away. They were extremely helpful. So definitely don't hesitate to contact them if you have questions. Okay, now the most exciting part. Before we start printing, I just want to show you this beautiful machine. I promised you I'd show you an overview. So this is the top, and you can see the progress while it's printing. And I'm going to open up the lid so you can see what it looks like on the inside. They have built-in lights, which I thought was really nice. And then these two side doors, which I think I've already told you guys how much I appreciate them. This is what it looks like on the back. The ink is very easy to access, and so is the waste tank. And now finally, for the exciting part, the printer has started printing. I'm printing 2 designs at the same time because I was able to fit them next to each other, and I didn't want to waste film if I didn't have to. They have the arrows on the right side, which you'll see me use in a second, to push the film out so that you make sure you're not cutting through the design. So make sure you have enough room, and then that's what I did, and I'm just slicing it so that I can take it to the DTF powder. Look at those colors already. Gosh, it's so unbelievable, isn't it? All right, so I poured a generous amount of powder because anything that's left over is going to be saved. It's not going to be thrown out. So I'm just making sure I cover the whole area with powder. And then I'm taking it over to the oven. It has to be white side up. I'm closing the oven, and then I'm going to start the timer. Once it's done, it's going to start beeping, and that's when you use the tiny cute tool that they gave you, because the film and the whole area is going to be pretty hot. So now I turned on my heat press according to the settings that they have on the bag. And I'm going to be doing a black tote bag and a beige tote bag. I wanted to show you what the designs would look like on 2 different colors, and to also show you the amazing results that you get on dark fabrics, which is truly mind-blowing. So we're going to start with the cute goose, and that says, "Sorry I'm late, I was dilly-dallying." That's so me. So I figured I had to. Now, these designs are a cold peel, so you'll see me set this aside and then I'll start working on the next one, because it has to completely cool down before you remove the film. Otherwise, you'll mess up the design. You might peel off the whole design if you try to do it while it's still warm. So I'm just making sure that's centered, and I'm going to press it. And I like to do a second press. So you'll see me after I remove the film from the black one, I'll do a second press with the Teflon sheet on top to keep it protected. And I just do like 4 seconds. Some people skip this step. I just like to do it, and it gives me peace of mind. But it's completely up to you. I'm curious to know your opinion on DTF. I have been researching this topic for over a year, and now after trying it out, I understand the hype. I really get why people are so obsessed with this. If you're interested in using these designs that I have on the tote bags, I'll have all the information for both PNGs in the description box. These tote bags turned out absolutely gorgeous, don't you think? I purposely wanted to do a black one and a light one. Look at how amazing it turned out on the dark fabric. I mean, I'm seriously blown away. I love how that looks. Let's look at the teacher one. This is perfect timing. I'm gonna make a bunch of these for my kids' teachers. I think they're really gonna like them. Look at those vibrant colors. So happy with the results. I'll have all the information about this printer in the description box. I'll also have a link to that free DTF checklist that I told you about. Let me know what kind of projects you want to see next. If you like this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. It really helps me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!